I'm gonna be honest with you, in 2026, buying a cheap car doesn't mean buying a piece of junk. Some people think you need to drop 40 or 50 grand just to get a reliable vehicle. That's a lie. Every single day I see cars that cost $8, $10, $12,000 running way better than new cars that cost twice as much. In this video, I'm gonna show you 6 cheap cars you can get in 2026, some used, some brand new with discounts, that you can actually trust. Vehicles that won't leave you stranded on the side of the road. What changed in 2026? Look, 2026 isn't like 2020 or 2023. The car market here in Canada is changing. First off, expensive cars are getting crazy expensive. A brand new Civic is crossing $35,000. A RAV4. Almost $40,000. That's nuts for what you're actually getting. Second, 5, 6, 7-year-old cars, especially used ones, are becoming much more affordable. Why? Because the used car market is super oversaturated. Everyone who bought a car back in 2018 or 2019 wants to sell now. Third, there are brand new cars selling at a discount in 2026. Older models being phased out. You can find them for 10 or 12 grand. Brand new car with a factory warranty instead of dropping 20 grand. So basically, in 2026, buying smart is everything. Number 1, used 2020 to 2022 Toyota Corolla Y. Because in 2026, this generation is sitting at 4 to 6 years old. Price: $10,000 to $14,000 depending on the mileage. And what do you get? A car that'll hit 300,000 or 400,000 kilometers with zero issues. I have clients here in Toronto with 2020 Corollas pushing past 200,000 kilometers. No problems whatsoever. Simple engine. Reliable transmission. No annoying electronics. The 2020 to 2022 Corolla was still built in that conservative era. Toyota hadn't shoved 47 useless sensors in it yet. It's a car that just works. The downside? The interior is a bit basic. It's not flashy. But in 2026, after everything we've been through, inflation, sky-high prices, you're just happy to have a car that starts every morning. If you want something simple, cheap, and guaranteed to last, the 2020 to 2022 Corolla is the answer. Number 2, used 2019 to 2022 Hyundai Elantra. You used to be scared of Hyundais, right? Hyundai is a cheap car, it's gonna break down. Not true anymore. Hyundai completely turned things around. Especially these 2019 to 2022 models. In 2026, you can grab one for $7,000 to $11,000. And this car? Bulletproof engine. Reliable transmission. Doesn't matter if it has 150,000 or 180,000 kilometers on it. In 2026, Hyundai is a best-kept secret in Canada. A lot of folks are still sleeping on the brand because, oh, Hyundai is cheap. Exactly. It is cheap. But it works. Here in Montreal, Toronto, Calgary, I'm seeing tons of Elantras being used as cabs and work cars. Why? Because they last. They're cheap to maintain. They don't break. If you want to save 3 or 4 grand compared to a Corolla but want similar reliability, 2019 to 2022 Elantra. Number 3, used 2018 to 2022 Mazda 3. Mazda is an interesting one in 2026. The whole lineup got way more reliable. They stopped doing weird stuff and focused on simplicity. The Mazda 3 from this generation. Solid engine. Crisp transmission. Responsive steering. And the price in 2026? $8,000 to $12,000. The catch? That weird styling Mazda does, some people just don't like the look. But mechanically, it's solid as a rock. I had a client out in Vancouver who bought a 2019 Mazda 3 with 140,000 kilometers. Drove it another 160,000 kilometers. Nothing. Zero issues. Just routine maintenance. The Mazda 3 is for anyone who wants something a bit sharper looking than a Corolla or Elantra, but still cheap and reliable. Number 4, used 2018 to 2020 Honda Civic. In 2026, a Civic from this generation, 6 to 8 years old, hits the absolute sweet spot for pricing. between $9,000 and $14,000 depending on condition. Civics have always been reliable, but the 2018 to 2020 generation is exceptionally good. Simple engine. The CVT transmission, which, used to have hiccups, was massively improved by Honda. Here in Canada, the Civic is the sedan everybody knows. Parts are everywhere. Mechanics are everywhere. If something breaks, it's a quick fix. A client of mine in Edmonton has a 2018 Civic with 220,000 kilometers. I asked him if he had any trouble with it. He said, "Jack, just oil and filters." There you go. That's it. If you want a sedan that lasts, is well known, and easy to find parts for, 2018 to 2020 Honda Civic. Number 5, used 2019 to 2021 Toyota RAV4. The RAV4 is the compact SUV every Canadian wants, right? The problem is that a new one is stupidly expensive. Easily $40,000. But in 2026, a 2019 to 2021 RAV4. You can land one for $12,000 to $16,000. And this rig? It'll go for 300,000, 400,000 kilometers. A RAV4 is a Toyota through and through. Simplicity on wheels. An engine that won't quit. A dependable transmission. Plenty of room. AWD if you need it. Out here in BC and Alberta, places where you actually need AWD, the RAV4 is the top pick. Why? Because it handles the winter. It handles dirt roads. It handles everything. A client up in Whistler has a 2019 RAV4 with 180,000 kilometers. Took it all the way up to the Yukon, then down to Mexico. Still running like a charm, zero issues. If you've got 15 grand to spend and want a reliable SUV, 2019 to 2021 RAV4. Number 6, used 2017 to 2020 Subaru Impreza. Subaru in 2026 is a revelation. The whole brand is booming when it comes to reliability. And the Impreza. It's the car nobody thinks about, but definitely should. Why? Solid engine. All-wheel drive comes standard, every single Subaru has it. Price: $7,000 to $11,000 in 2026. The Impreza isn't pretty. It's not luxurious. But it's practical. It's reliable. It's cheap to keep on the road. In Quebec especially, I'm seeing tons of Subarus because the winters are brutal and AWD is pure gold. A client in Montargis has a 2018 Impreza with 170,000 kilometers. I asked what he's had to fix. He said, "Jack, just the suspension. Everything else is factory original." Sounds almost too good to be true, but it is. The Subaru Impreza is totally underrated in 2026. Okay, 6 cars. How do you choose? Want a sedan? Corolla, Elantra, Civic, or Mazda 3? Want an SUV? RAV4. Want something cheap and reliable without spending much? Impreza or Elantra? Want the most durable option out there? Corolla or RAV4? All 6 of these. You can buy them used in 2026 for anywhere between $7,000 and $16,000. Every single one will easily hit 200,000, 250,000, or 300,000 kilometers if you take care of it. Look, in 2026, some people are out there buying new cars for 50 grand. Those folks are throwing money down the drain. You don't need to do that. Pick one of these 6. Buy a clean used model. Take it to a trusted mechanic for an inspection before you hand over the check. Maintain it well, and you'll have a reliable ride. Simple as that. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Next week, I'm covering cars you should avoid in 2026, the real money pits out there. Drop a comment below, which of these 6 would you buy? What's your favorite? Thanks guys, see you next time.